We're back in the truck. There's a deer in the bed. The deer in the bed at the back of the truck. I'll tell you what. And I know I'm repeating myself, but I don't think there's any other way to do it or say it or explain it, because why else would you do it? You find a purpose in something and you stick with it. It ain't easy, don't get me wrong. You gotta spend some time practicing, but I think it's worth it, and you'll see. It's early October, and it's one of my favorite times of year. It is early archery season. I really like this season because the deer are still kind of patterned. There are not as many hunters out in the woods. So if you're quiet and if you put some scouting time in, you can get pretty lucky. Another reason why I really like early fall archery is because you don't have to pack like you're going into some kind of Arctic death storm. And believe you me, I've been in late season archery when it's so cold that you're shaking just to stay warm, but you can go light. You can be pretty light. I have my undershirt and a shirt on. I have my my tree harness. Most of my gear fits right on my person, right on my body.
So I'm on a lane right now, and I would ideally like to be farther back from the lane. But with the time I had, I figured I'd just get up a tree, see what I see. You can see the lane crosses right over that brook right here. And probably maybe 18 feet up. Not as high as I'd like to be, but high enough, I think. I think this is a good positioning too, because the sun's at my back. So anything that tries to look up is gonna catch an eye face soon. I got some cover on my right here, and on my left, not so much cover, but I said, like before, I got the sun coming in from my back. So currently, while I'm waiting for anything to show up, what I'm doing is I'm just using my rangefinder to spot out 20, 30, 40 landmarks, like that log by that brook right there is 20 yards. From here to the tree in the center at the top of the hill is 30 yards. From here to that sort of large tree in the center with the log crossed by it, that's 30 yards too. So from me to about the crest of this hilltop is about 30 yards.
After about an hour, I spotted movement up on the ridge. When you spot movement, your heart rate starts to jump. A good target was found in the group of deer, and while it had its head down behind a tree, I squared up my stance. My target was standing right behind a tree I had marked at 30 yards, so I attached my release and waited for a good shot. After about 3 minutes, my deer walked into a full broadside presentation, so there was only one thing left to do. Here's a zoomed-in view. The vibration in the bow caused the camera view to be distorted.
Okay. I know I scored a hit. It looked pretty good. It's definitely a dull 30-yard shot right at the top of this ridge right here. Right in here. Definitely hit. I heard it. She took off that direction. Okay, I'm down. I've got my pack geared up. I know I have to cross the creek, go up the hill, try to find a shot spot. I had my headlamp on. Well, we don't know what's gonna happen. Let's see. Okay, we have blood. It's on the trail here, back here. And I'm sure my arrow is somewhere back here, but I do see a good amount of blood here. And my arrow is not like staring at me in the face. It's not like in the ground or anything. Let's see if I can look around and find the arrow. Found the arrow. It was laying here. As you can see, there's good muscle tissue in the front. And we got red blood throughout, so it's not a hind shot. It's a decent blood trail. Comes through here. You can see spots. The leaves are kicked up pretty fierce too. I go really slow and quiet. I think I might have hit definitely an artery because we have a lot of spray right here.
It turned out to be much more than an artery that was hit.
I mean, there's a lot of blood. I haven't even moved 15 yards. 15 yards from where I shot her. It's dark red too, which is good. I mean, I see tons of it on the ground here. It's a good shot, I think. Forward. Just have to be careful. She goes through here now. You can see it's turning pretty straight. Still a really good blood trail. Really good blood trail. Lots of arterial blood. Lots of arterial blood. The whole trail. The whole trail. Right. There it is. Do you see it? All the way. Probably ran a total of 50 yards. Gotta be very careful when you're walking up. Make sure that, oh boy, look at all the flies on it already. My God. It's only been about 45 minutes. All right. Now that we found the body, I guess I don't have to whisper anymore. This is cause to celebrate. Because from this one deer, we're going to get a heck of a lot of food, which is so wonderful. Where I'm from, the first thing that we have to do is tag the kill. So we have a tag. It's made of the hunter paper right here. It's got chartreuse coloring, but I don't want to show any of my information on the front. And then I like to use a zip tie. So I'm just going to use my knife, puncture a hole in the ear, and zip tie my tag to my quarry, to my kill. I believe this to be a heart shot, and that's why there was so much blood on the blood trail. But it was not the best of my shots because look at how low it is. I was very lucky, very blessed. I hit her in the heart, which is why she bled so quickly and the blood trail was so profuse. So on adrenaline, she went as far as she did. Well, you can see the broadhead mark right here in the heart. Ooh, I also got some in the lung too. Okay, so it was a low lung heart shot, which I guess was very good, a good shot. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this evening. The Bowtech Carbon Zion has claimed its first deer. We're back in the truck. There's a deer in the bed.
that you're in the bed at the back of the truck. I'll tell you what. I find that growing your food, knowing where your food comes from, and being part of the production of it in a sustainable manner, I find that purposeful and I find it kind of meaningful. And so I'm gonna do that as long as I can in whatever fashion I can. And part of that is hunting. I'm hoping I'm lucky enough to be able to get a kill tonight. And if I am, I know that that animal's body is not going to go to waste. I know that that animal is going to feed my family throughout the oncoming months. And we're part of every aspect of that, from the field to the freezer. All right, let's go home.